Okay, boys and girls, we're going to be working more long division problems today. I'm going to work through the front side of this paper with you. You need to follow along as I'm writing on the smartboard. So as I work, you work. If you need to pause your video at any time to get caught up, you can pause your video at any time to get caught up. Okay, we have our first problem, 7,178 divided by 74. I want to underline the 7, underline the 71, put a dot under the 7. Okay, now I'm going to ask myself, how many times can 7 go into 71? 7 can go into 71 10 times, but I can't put a 10 up there, so I'm going to use the 9 rule. That means I'm going to multiply 74 times 9. And even though I'm writing here, if you want to be using scratch paper to the side to do your multiplication, that's perfectly fine. So let's multiply 9 times 4, 36. 9 times 7, 63. Plus 3 is 66. Ooh, 666. Great. All right, here we go. So I'm going to put a 9 on the roof, which means I just divided. Now I'm ready to multiply. 9 times 74 is 666. Now I'm ready to subtract. 7 minus 6 is 1. 1 minus 6, can't do it. Cross it, change it, move it. 11 minus 6, 5. Do I have something to bring down? Sure do. Bringing down the 8. Now I have 518. So I'm going to underline the 51. And I want to ask myself, how many times can 7 go into 51? 7 can go into 51 7 times. So I'm going to try 74 times 7. 7 times 4, 28. 7 times 7, 49, plus 1, 51. Gives me 518. Will it work? Yeah, it works perfect. So I'm going to put a 7 on the roof, which means you just divided. Now you're ready to multiply. 7 times 74 is 518. 518 minus 518 is 0. Okay? All right, let's move on to the next problem. We have 1,421 divided by 49. And underline the 4, the 14, and put a dot under the 2. That helps me to show where I'm going to start my quotient. How many times can 4 go into 14? 4 can go into 14 3 times. So I'm going to try 49 times 3. 3 times 9, 27. 7 goes down, 2 goes up. 3 times 4, 12, plus 2 is 14. I get 147. Oh, shoot. It's just a little bit too big. So now I'm going to try 49 times 2. 2 times 9, 18. 2 times 4, 8 plus 1, 9. Gives me 98. So I'm going to put a 2 on the roof, which means you just divided. Now you're ready to multiply. 2 times 49 is 98. After I multiply, I'm ready to subtract. Okay? 2 minus 8, oh, can't do it. Cross it, change it, move it. 12 minus 8, 4. 3 minus 9, can't do it. Cross it, change it, move it. I changed that 4 to a 3, so now that's 13 minus 9, even though it's hard to see. 13 minus 9 is 4. Do I have something to bring down? Yep, that 1. Underline the 4. How many times can 4 go into 44? Well, it's 11. I can't put a 2-digit number up here. So I'm going to use my 9 rule. 9 is my biggest 1-digit number. So I'm going to try 49 times 9. 9 times 9, 81. 9 times 4, 36, plus 8 gives me 36 plus 8 gives me 44. Okay, Miss Milton does that sometimes too. Alright, so now 9 goes in perfect. So I'm going to put a 9 on the roof, which means you just divided. Now I'm ready to multiply. 9 times 49 is 441. 441 minus 441, 0. Awesome. Let's move to the next problem. I have 2,108 divided by 41. Then underline my 4, underline the 21, and put a dot underneath my 0. How many times can 4 go into 21? Remember, this is just giving me a place to start. That's all it does. It's just helpful because nobody knows in their brain how many times 41 can go into 210. So this is just a shortcut. So I'm going to multiply. Ask myself, how many times can 4 go into 21? The answer is 5. So I'm going to try 41 times 5. And I get means I just divided. Now I'm ready to multiply. 5 times 41 is 205. After we multiply, then we subtract. 0 minus 5, can't do that. So I'm going to cross it, change it, move it. 10 minus 5, 5. Do I have something to bring down? Yes, I do. I'm bringing down the 8. Okay, so since this is just a two-digit number, I'm only going to underline the 5. How many times can 4 go into 5? 1 time. So I'm going to put a 1 on the roof, which means I just divided. Now I'm ready to multiply. 1 times 4 is 41. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. 1 times 41 is 41. So now I'm going to subtract. 8 minus 1 is 7. 5 minus 4 is 1. Do I have anything left to bring down? Sure don't. So I'm going to put in remainder 17 at the top. If you're starting to feel comfortable with this and you want to pause the video and do the other 6 problems on your own, you may. If you're not, you are welcome to continue working with me. Okay? So let's go here to 1071 divided by 21. Okay? I'm going to underline the 2. I'm going to underline the 10. How many times can 2... Oh, and I forgot my dot under the 7 for shame. Okay? How many times can 2 go into 10? 2 can go into 10 5 times. So I'm going to try 21 times 5, and I get 105. Will that work? Yes, it will. So I put a 5 on the roof, which means I just divided. Now I'm ready to multiply. 5 times 21 is 105. After I multiply, I subtract. 7 minus 5 is 2. Do I have something to bring down? I sure do. So I'm going to bring down that 1. And again, since it's just a two-digit number, I'm only going to underline the first number. How many times will 2 go into 2? 1 time. So I put a 1 on the roof, which means I just divided. Now I'm ready to multiply. 1 times 21 is 21. 21 minus 21 is 0. Okay? Now let's move on to this problem. I'm going to divide 4,406 into 82. Underline my 8, underline 44, and put a dot under my 0. Remember that dot is just there to help you know where you're going to start your quotient. Alright, I'm back. Have to take a drink of water. So I'm going to ask myself, how many times can 8 go into 44? 5 times. So I'm going to try 82 times 5. 5 times 2 is 10. 0 goes down, 1 goes up. 5 times 8 is 40. 40 plus 1 is 41. I have 410. Will that work? Sure it will, because it's less than 440. So I put a 5 on the roof, which means I just divided. Now I'm ready to multiply. 5 times 82 is 410. Okay, I'm going to subtract. 0 minus 0 is 0. 4 minus 1 is 3. After I subtract, I bring down. Okay, once I bring down, remember, I'm starting it all over again. So I'm going to underline the 30. How many times can 8 go into 30? 8 can go into 30 3 times. So I'm going to try 82 times 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 8 is 24. That gives me 246. Will that work? Yes, it'll work, because 246 is less than 306. So I'm going to put a 3 on the roof, which means you just divided. Now you're ready to multiply. 3 times 82 is 246. Now I'm going to subtract. 6 minus 6, 0. 0 minus 4, can't do it. Cross it, change it, move it. 10 minus 4, 6. Do I have anything left to bring down? No. But oh my stars, I have this big old remainder. Is it okay? Yes, totally okay. Because your remainder is less than your divisor. So don't let that freak you out. Okay? Let's go to this problem. 4,982 divided by 53. I'm going to underline my 5 and my 49. Put a dot under my 8. Now I'm going to ask myself, can 5 go into 49? Yes, 5 can go into 49 9 times. So I'm going to try 53 times 9. 9 times 3, 27. 9 times 5, 45, plus 2 is 47. Will 477 work? Yes, it will work. Now stop. Put that 9 on the roof. People are forgetting to put the answer up there. Your problem's not finished without an answer. So I'm going to put 9 on the roof, which means I just divided. Now I'm ready to multiply. 9 times 53 is 477. Okay? After I multiply, then I subtract. 8 minus 7, 1. 9 minus 7, 2. Do I have something to bring down? Yep, I got a 2. Now I got to start it all over. So I'm going to underline my 21. And now I'm going to ask myself, how many times can 5 go into 21? 5 can go into 21 4 times. So let me try 53 times 4. 4 times 3, 12. 5 times 4, 20, plus 1, 21. Will that work? Yeah, because they're exactly the same. So I'm going to put a 4 on the roof, which means I just divided. Now I'm ready to multiply. 4 times 53, 212. After I multiply, I subtract. No remainder. Okay, if you're starting to feel good about this and you want to work on your own, you can work these 3 problems on your own and then move to the back. Or you can continue working with me. All right, so here we go. I have 2,960 divided by 97. Now underline my 9, underline my 29, put a dot underneath the 6. Okay? How many times can 9 go into 29? 9 can go into 29 3 times. So I'm going to try 97 times 3. 3 times 7, 21. 3 times 9, 27 plus 2, 29. 291. Does it work? Yes, because it's less than 296. So I put a 3 on the roof, which means I just divided. Now I'm ready to multiply. 3 times 97 is 291. After I multiply, then I'm going to subtract. 6 minus 1 is 5. Do I have something to bring down? Yes, I do. I have a 0. I'm going to underline just the 5 because I have a 2-digit number. Can 9 go into 5? Nope. It can go in only 0 times. So I put a 0 on the roof, which means you just divided. Now I'm ready to multiply. 0 times 97, that's 0. Going to subtract, and I get 50. That's a super big remainder, but guess what? It's okay because it's smaller than the divisor. All right, we're getting down to it. Let's go to this problem. 1,326 divided by 26. Underline the 2, underline the 13, put a dot underneath the 2. That tells me where I'm going to start my what? Quotient. Good. All right, so how many times can 2 go into 13? 2 times. So I'm going to try 26 times 2. And I get, oh my gosh, not 2 times, Miss Knowlton. 26 times 6. 2 can go into 13 6 times. All right, 6 times 6, 36. 3 goes down, or 6 goes down, 3 goes up. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 3 is 15. Right row, too big. So let's try 26 times 5. And I get 130. Will that work? Sure will, because it's less than 132. So I'm going to put a 5 on the roof, which means you just divided. Now you're ready to multiply. 5 times 26 is 130. After that, I'm ready to subtract. 2 minus 0 is 2. Bring down my 6. Underline just the 2 because this is just a 2-digit number. Now, how many times will 2 go into 2? 1. 1 times 26 is 26. Will that work? Sure will. 1 times 26, 26 minus 26 is 0. Okay, boys and girls, last one. 1,608 divided by 53. Underline the 5, underline the 16, dot under the 0. How many times can 5 go into 16? 3 times. So I'm going to try 53 times 3. And I get 159. Will that work? Of course it will work, because 160 is less than 159. Well, that wasn't right, because 159 is less than 160. So I'm going to put a 3 on the roof, which means you just divide it. Now you're ready to multiply. 3 times 53 is 159. Okay, after we multiply, then we subtract. 0 minus 9, can't do it. Cross it, change it, move it. 10 minus 9, 1. Do I have something to bring down? Sure do. 18 and 8 makes it an 18. I'm going to underline the 1. Can 5 go into 1? Nope, but I still have to have a number to fill in this place value spot on my division house. So actually 5 can go into 1 0 times. So I put a 0 on the roof, which means you just divided. Now you're ready to multiply. 0 times 53 is 0. After I multiply, I subtract. 18 minus 0 is 18, so I have a remainder of 18. Now, you need to turn over to the other side of your worksheet and complete that for homework. You may start on it in class, but the rest of it is homework. Guys, I can't wait to hear good news reports about you guys tomorrow. Expect big cash payouts for good reports. Okay? Bye. Hope you had a super weekend.